Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. When the jewels' prayers, scattered their altar, caused unrest for them. When the jewels started, they knew, they felt it, they knew that something was happening. That's why KBSC continues to tell them, look, the jewel is not somebody you play with. That's why he continues to tell them that if you continue like this, you will buy for the sake of the jewel. It began quietly, without noise, without drama. The jewel had heard of what the elders in Ife had done, how they had dragged an innocent girl into their desperation, how they had tried to manipulate divine powers by summoning energies they could not control. She had stayed silent for days, saying nothing publicly, but deep inside her, something stirred. She could feel the unrest in the spirit. She knew the palace was in chaos. She knew they had gone too far, and she knew the great lion, although powerful and respected, is surrounded by people who did not understand the weight of what they are playing with. So they have done everything, spiritually and all otherwise, to break her faith, to ruin her, to humiliate her. They have done everything. There's nothing they have not done to the jewel. There's nothing. Say what is that thing that they have not done? They sent Arun Ira Awu, the spirit of confusion, the spirit of sickness, like a very shameful infirmity, known in ancient circle as the breaker of resolve. It is said that when Arun Ira Awu visits a person, their peace disappears. They start, doubting everything they believe. Their prayers feel empty. Their mind turns against them. It was a dangerous, cruel force to summon, especially, against a woman whose strength was built in prayers, but that was what the elders sent. They wanted to crush her from within. So basically, this attack on that girl is an attack for the jewel. It was for the jewel. Now, you know how you feel when somebody that is close to you is going through this. You are the one who will even suffer the most. Yes, that was what they sent. Oh, like I said, the night that this began, the jewel was in her room, Her son was asleep. Her mother was in another room, and she was alone in her prayer space. She had she was not expecting this, but she prayed and prayed and prayed. When she slept, she saw that thing. She saw those two people that they were tying, and she knew that something was coming. She knew that there was a wave of darkness that was coming towards her. She knew. Yes, they say when Queen Naomi, when the jewel started her prayers, they dragged that girl from, she was in Lagos. That thing started. The thing became so serious. The second day, they took her to the hospital. The third day, they carried her immediately to Ekiti, from Ekiti. The girl was crying and crying. The jewel said they should bring her back. They brought her straight to the church in Akure. They said the jewel flew and left Lagos and came to Akure. That was when they started. They said that very night that the prayer started. That very night that the prayer started, they say the jewel prayed like a woman at war. You will not take my peace, she cried. You will not silence my voice. You will not touch what God has preserved. Her word came like fire. Her tears rolled down uncontrollably. The more she prayed, the more her body trembled, but the more powerful her voice became. Something shifted in the realm of the spirit. She wasn't alone. The air around her thickened as though heaven itself had, leaned closer. at that same hour in, Akure, they said, in the palace, strange things started happening. Yes, they said it was a woman who ran. The woman was running. The woman was not living around Ile Odua. The woman was living very far. When she would come to, the palace, she was fond of coming to the palace. Each time she came to the palace, they said it used to be her son that we use keke napep that, the great lion bought for them and come and drop her. Yes, anytime she came to the palace, her son will use the keke napep that the great lion bought for them. Her son will bring it and come and drop her. At the palace gate, she will go. And when she's going back, her son will go and will come back and pick her and take her home. They said this day, the old woman was running from her house. Running, they were asking her, what is happening? What is happening? Ran, got to the palace gate. They opened the palace gate for her and she entered. When she got to the palace, she started crying. Oh, she was crying. They were asking her, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? They said it was even Ebony that caught the woman first, trying to pacify her. Blow came. They all kept on trying to pacify this woman. They were asking her, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? That was what everybody was asking. Nobody knew why the woman was crying like that. Hey! The whole of that day, she was there in the palace crying. In the evening, her son came and the son took her home. The son said when they get home, they will find out that the mother has been having some hallucination lately, one thing and all of that. Nobody knew that it was the jewel's prayer in Akure that was troubling that woman. She didn't see a place to hide. She thought that when she came to the palace, that it was going to be calm on her, it would be better. It did not. It was the jewel. When the jewel started praying in Akure, the thing was eating them up here in Ife. It started affecting them, all of them who had a hand in that conspiracy to hot fire like that. Maybe they did not expect that the jewel, maybe they thought that because it's not the jewel herself or her sister, Simi or anybody, maybe they thought that the jewel would just let go like that. They didn't know that the jewel would take this seriously. That was what we heard though. They said the woman cried though. That evening they came and carried the woman. That the woman was shouting and crying. At this time, there'd been no confession. Oh, she did not say anything. Maybe they were telling her not to say. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.